Still have my weight here from boot camp. We're going to start in our comfortable seated position. Let me turn the light on so it's less blue. And just take a few moments for yourself. Breathe into those trouble areas. Maybe those shoulders are extra tense today. Maybe you need a little more movement through the neck. Use this time for yourself. Go ahead and start to add some movement into that neck. Nice and slowly. On the side that needs it most, go ahead and hold that ear down to your shoulder and use your hands on your forehead and on your shoulder to just open that neck. You may want to roll your head forward just a little bit, kind of find that sweet spot. Gently release that hold, roll your neck through the center, and let's do that same thing on the other side. Listen to your neck. Feel that stretch, but don't tug too hard. You shouldn't feel pain. It should just feel a little discomfort. And relax that hold. Roll that neck out a few more times. Nice and slow. Let's go ahead and add some movement through the spine. Take one hand behind you, cross over, drive that hand into your knee. Feel that stretch in your upper back as well as your mid back. Rotate through the center over to the other side, same thing. And let's bring it back to center. We're going to get those lats or right under our arm. We're going to hold onto our wrist and gently pull up and over. Notice how my spine is not following. Just kind of gently pulling on that arm. Let's go ahead and switch over to the other side. Same thing. I said this at the beginning of class. If you just hopped on, I'm very sore today, so we're going to do more of a therapeutic stretching yoga today. Hopefully you're in need of a nice relaxation. Go ahead and bring it back to center. Just slowly release, shake it out, maybe roll your shoulders. And let's go ahead and swing those feet behind us into child's pose. I'm going to bring those knees to the outside of my mat. Feet stay together and sit back into my frog so I can open my hips. I can start here. Give my body a little more time. When you're ready, let's shift our weight forward. Bring those knees back in line with your hips. Take one foot forward and just take a few moments to let those hips sink deep into that stretch. Feel free to get a pillow and place it behind or under that back knee for a little more comfort. Extending that front leg, bringing those toes up towards your shin. Go ahead and stay in this position, but what I want you to do is just point your toe. So instead of flexing at the ankle, I want you to point at the ankle. Can I get that stretch in the front? Eventually shifting that weight back forward. Once those hips are down, let's go ahead and bring our foot out a few inches, opening up the inside of our foot and releasing to those forearms, optional. Thank you all for giving me a reason to stretch, for forcing me to stretch today. I needed it. Probably the one form of exercise that I am not good about doing on my own. Pressing yourself back to your hands, rolling that foot flat, scooting it in a few inches. We're going to reach for our back foot. Feel free to use a yoga strap or something in place of a yoga strap. Breathe through these stretches. I know it's hard. I know it's tempting to want to hold your breath. Gently release here. Bring those hands to the inside of that front leg. Step back into tabletops and sit back into child's pose. Just like in the beginning of class, use this time to breathe into those trouble areas. I'm going to walk my hands side to side. Feel free to follow me or listen to your body. Maybe you need a little more shoulder stretch, maybe a little more hips. When you're ready, let's go ahead and shift our weight forward. Let's take our left foot forward and just take a few moments to just sink into this stretch. Extending that front leg, bringing your toes up towards your shin, leading forward with your chest. I want you to keep that chest and hips where they are and just point your toe. Shifting your weight forward, bringing your foot to the outside of your mat. Let's go ahead and open up the inside of our foot and release to those forearms. Pressing yourself back to your hands, bringing that front foot flat to the floor. Scooting it in a few inches before reaching for that back foot. Your chest is facing that front leg. Gently release this. Bring those hands back to the inside. Step back onto our tabletops and sit back in the child's pose. Inhale, shift to tabletops. Let's do a few cat-cows on your own. Inhale as you lift and open. Exhale as you tuck and round. Keeping that movement going, making it bigger with each breath. Go ahead and complete that last exhale. We're going to step back into a plank position, 1 foot at a time. Tucking one knee into our chest, bringing that knee to our opposite elbow and releasing here. Go ahead and sit back onto those hips. So the closer your knee or your foot, heel is to your body, the more modified the position. The further away, the more difficult the position. I really want you to look back, see if that knee is facing down. If it's opening, go ahead and adjust your positioning. When you're ready, let's release. Inhale, press yourself to your hands. You're going to tuck that toe under behind you. As you lift your knee off the floor, you're going to let your hips follow back into that plank position. Step back, full plank. Let's go ahead and do that on the other side. Start by tucking that knee into your chest, bringing your knee across your body and releasing here at the bottom. Again, the further out your heel from your body, the more difficult the position. Pressing onto those hands, tucking that back toe under, lifting that knee back into chest, and stepping into plank. Go ahead and release to those knees. Sit back into child's pose one more time. Rock it out if you need to. And go ahead and shift. We're going to scoot onto our glutes. I'm going to give you 2 options. So if you feel comfortable in a straddle position, you can extend both legs. If you want to modify the position, you can keep 1 foot tucked into your body. I'm giving you 2 options here. Go ahead and inhale and exhale into this stretch. So if your leg is tucked in, you're just going towards that extended leg here. If you do choose to keep both legs extended, I want you to focus on not letting your toes or knees roll in. Try to keep them up towards the ceiling. Inhale, lift it back up. Go ahead and switch the foot that's tucked in if you did tuck it in. And exhale, go ahead and shift into the other side. Slowly lift it back up. All right, here's your next option. You can choose to keep both legs extended as you hinge forward, or, as I would guess most of you are going to choose, you can tuck those knees into your chest or your heels, into your body, into your butterfly, and then hinge forward. Really try to press that belly down. I know it seems like it's difficult. Breathe into the stretch. Slowly raise yourself up. Bring those feet together and shake it out. Very good, everyone. We are going to go into a seated forward fold. So if you have your yoga strap or something in place of it, go ahead and get that handy. Or maybe you're going to reach down for those feet. Let's start by sitting nice and tall. Arms lift up to our ears. As you exhale, let's hinge and reach forward. Keep those eyes looking down at the floor so that your neck stays in neutral. Big breath in. As you exhale, see if you can sink a little bit further. Slowly roll it up. This time we're going to reach for those toes so that we can walk through those ankles. So again, if you need your yoga strap, feel free to keep that handy. Or if you want to reach with your hands, go ahead and reach for those toes and pull them back towards your shin. Walk through those feet. I encourage you, if you own a lacrosse ball or a tennis ball even, to walk on it, massage those feet out. We're putting so much stress on our feet every day, especially if you're a runner. We got to make sure we're taking care of them. All right, go ahead and roll it up. Let's go ahead and release down to the floor. Like I said, today is going to be more of a therapeutic class, therapeutic yoga, more relaxing. Let's go ahead and bring that knee into our chest, extending the other leg. Crossing that knee over our body, allowing our hip to release and opening our arm out to the other side. You have two options here. You can hold this static stretch, or feel free to add some movement with that arm, drawing half circles out to the side. Are you able to do it with keeping your wrist and hand on the floor? Slowly rolling onto both hips, bringing that knee back to our chest. Let's go ahead and extend that leg. Again, just like always, from under your thigh, your calf, or your ankle. Let's allow that leg to open out to the side. Feel free to modify by bending that knee into your chest first. Let's bring that leg back to center. Tuck our knee into our chest. Slide our opposite foot or knee to come together into that tight ball. And just roll our lower back. Draw small circles onto your mat. A little bit of core engagement. Go ahead and rotate the direction. When you're ready, let's switch sides. Keep that knee tucked in. Extend the other leg. Starting by bringing that knee across our chest, opening our arm out to the other side. Again, you can hold this as a static stretch, or you can add movement through that arm. Rolling onto both hips, bringing that knee back into our chest. Extending that leg. Since you have that yoga strap handy or your belt, feel free to use that as well if you'd like. And open that leg out to the side. You're welcome to bend that knee first. Bringing our leg back to center. Hugging that knee into our chest and placing that foot on the floor. You're welcome to bring your feet flat, knees together for daydreamers, or you can extend out for corpse. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to visualize your happy place. It could be the beach or the mountains. Hear the birds or the ocean. Visualize yourself in your favorite place. Continue your deep breaths. As you're walking through your favorite place, go ahead and alternate pointing and flexing your toe, pedaling out through your feet as if you're walking. Relax those feet. Take a deep breath. Smell your surroundings. Relax those shoulders. Staying in your happy place as you relax your muscles in your body. With your eyes relaxed and your mind still in your happy place, start to pedal those toes and your ankles. Maybe adding some movement into your hands. Turning your head in small movements. Eventually, bringing that head to center, sliding your feet flat to the floor. Go ahead and take a second to just open your eyes. Make yourself aware of your surroundings. And eventually fall over to one side. Slowly pressing yourself back into your comfortable seated position. Go ahead and link those fingers together. Open your upper back. Reverse, bringing those hands behind you, opening your chest. And finishing off with our deep breaths. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, arms to your sides. Inhale, deep breath in. And exhale. One more time, we're going to bring those hands into prayer. Exhale, hands come to heart. Namaste. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, everyone, and I will see you all next week.